I'm Cindy, and now I will explain you the interesting fact about the Sydney Opera House. Did you know if this opera house is famous in Australia, especially in New South Wales? Because this opera house was added to UNESCO's World Heritage in 2007. And the Sydney Opera House sits on Bennelong Point, sticking out right in the middle of Sydney's harbour, in the center of Sydney. Before construction started, it was actually the site of the term garage. And why this building shapes like that? Because in 1956, the government of New South Wales held the international competition to design this opera house. And the winner is Danish architect, or called John Utzon. And he won with his design, like this. And the team who were building it estimated that it was gonna cost $7 million to build and take it for 4 years. But actually, in the end, the cost is changed to be $102 million to build, and it took 14 years to build instead. And the opera house is huge. It's as tall as 22-story building and over 4 acres in area. It's home to different performance spaces that host a straggling 1,500 events every year. From rock, dance and music and classical music, opera, ballet, theater, or stand-up comedy, and even lectures. But the biggest impact of this opera house on 1973, when it was opened by Queen Elizabeth II.
Okay, now I want to explain about public and commemorative event in Opera House, Sydney. In 1993, Konstantin Kokias was commissioned by the Sydney Opera House Trust in association with RIM Theatre to compose Icon, a large-scale music theatre piece for the 20th anniversary of the Sydney Opera House. During the 2000 Summer Olympics, the venue served as the focal point for the triathlon events. The event had a 1.5-kilometer swimming lap at Farm Cove, along with the competition in the neighboring Royal Botanical Gardens for the cycling and running portion of the event. Since 2013, a group of residents from the nearby Bennelong apartment, better known as the Toaster, calling themselves the Sydney Opera House Concerned Citizens Group, have been campaigning against forecourt concerts on the grounds that they exceed noise levels outlined in the Development Approval, or we call it DA. In February 2017, the NISW Department of Planning and the Environment handed down a $15,000 fine to the Sydney Opera House for breach of a loud noise level at the concert held in November 2015. However, the DA was amended in 2016 to allow an increase in noise levels in the forecourt by 5 decibels. The residents opposing the concerts contend that a new DA should have been filled rather than an amendment. As you can see in the screen, The Sydney Opera House sails from a graphic projection screen in a light show mounted in connection with the International Fleet Review in Sydney Harbour on 5 October 2013. On 31st December 2013, the venue's 40th anniversary year, a New Year firework display was mounted for the first time in a decade. The Sydney Opera House hosted an event, the biggest blind date, on Friday, 21st February 2014, that won a historic Guinness World Record. The longest continuous serving employee was commemorated on 27 June 2018 for 50 years of service. And for the last, on 14 June 2019, a state memorial service for former Australian Prime Minister Bob Hawke was held at the Sydney Opera House.